Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Talk about a terrific game for Thompson. 18 points and also a block shot.
Pretty much unguardable out there. He has just been fantastic in this game.
Oh, it's been a stupendous performance, no doubt.
Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Baca at the 4 with Perkins at the pivot. Jackson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Jackson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Perkins, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
So it's the Warriors now, trailing by 2. Curry kicks to Lee from 12 feet out. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 5 assists in the game. Oklahoma City has gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Outside Durant, in low to Ibaka. It's Durant with the drive. Good. Durant's got 13.
Well, that's one way to get your second half started on the right foot. An easy layup against some soft defense.
Outside Curry. Thompson left side. Lee, a screen on Jackson. Thompson with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Thompson misses.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 11. Perkins, the pass to Durant. Again, the Thunder score.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Warriors trail by 4. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Lee sets a screen for Thompson. And it's blocked by Perkins. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, guys, common wisdom among players is that it's better to be an unrestricted free agent than a restricted one. However, a recent study found that comparable players ended up making more money in restricted free agencies. Teams know they have to overpay to avoid a player's team matching that offer. Kevin?
Well, some good examples from this offseason, Doris. Great job, thanks.
Yeah, the contracts given to Chandler Parsons and Gordon Hayward come to mind. I mean, both were able to command max salaries despite not yet being star caliber.
The Thunder have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And this was an excellent free throw shooting team a year ago, guys, about 81% as a team.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Golden State needs to do a better job guarding against Russell Westbrook.
He's got 13 points, and free throws have been big for him today, with 6 points from the line.
Well, you know, he understands the value of those easy points. Also, getting the opponent into foul trouble. I mean, those are big. Those are the little things that will add up for a team trying to get a victory.
6 on the shot clock. Thompson inside the line, and the Warriors miss again.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. Oh, look out. Watch out below. Wow. Good work to tack some more points onto this lead.
Those are the kind of possessions they can build on and begin to pull away here.
Well, everyone knew that the Warriors were going to be a team on the rise after their deep run in 2013. Steve, you saw it firsthand, and they climbed to the ranks of the best in the West in 2014.
Well, they didn't end up where many had hoped, which would have been in the top 4 of the conference, but they were powerful at times and tough to stop. And in the West, they still finished 6th. It just shows you the depth of the conference.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, during that break, Coach Scott Brooks had some words for his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Kevin Durant. Their offense is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved. And they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Westbrook, no good.
You know, and to be fair to the Warriors, sixth in the West is still a pretty significant accomplishment when you consider how many really good teams are out there in the Western Conference. A 50-win season is great, but when it only gets you the sixth seed, that's the problem.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And for the Warriors, yes, they finished sixth in the West last year, but they can compete with anyone in the conference with their shooting. In fact, they hit about 40% of their threes against Western Conference teams last year.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Ibaka dishes to Durant. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Curry passes to Thompson. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Westbrook against Curry. Perkins with a screen on Curry. Westbrook kicks to Durant. High arcing shot. That's good. Durant's got 17. Warriors trail by 7. Curry kicks to Lee. Fires from the wing. That one goes. Count it.
Lee getting it done with some nice baskets.
The Thunder have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Perkins with the screen for Durant. The 19-foot shot again, Oklahoma City.
And his stroke has been dead on, inside, outside, wherever. The shot's just falling for him.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Curry against Westbrook. Curry dishes to Iguodala. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it to Bogut. And another basket for Golden State.
A little lucky, frankly, but they did get it to go.
So it's the Thunder now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Curry against Westbrook. Releases. That doesn't go either for Durant. Warriors trail by 5. A shot by Thompson and no one's around. And another 3 for Golden State.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Westbrook passes to Ibaka. Oklahoma City moving it around. Westbrook kicks to Jackson. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 6 assists in the game.
And these two just going at it from deep now.
You know, it seems like what's going on here is anything you can do, I can do better territory.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Thunder foul.
It's going to be Lee shooting. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. And the Thunder making a switch here. Collison's out there.
David Lee.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Thunder.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And they're attacking the gaps in the defense with their quick, aggressive drives into the paint area.
Westbrook dishes to Collison. Back to Westbrook. Collison with a screen on Curry. Outside Westbrook. It's hauled in by Bogut. Bogut's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, it's easy to see the kind of impact Andrew Bogut can have on a team. Since coming to the Warriors, he's been the anchor they need. And they've gone from one of the worst defensive teams in the league to one of the best since his arrival.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors.
Draymond Green.
Oklahoma City's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Collison with the screen for Westbrook. A three ball. Goes back up. Indeed, Collison drops it in. Collison's got his third basket of the night.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Green, the pass to Curry. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Second personal foul.
Well, Steph Curry, of course, deadly from outside the arc, but last season he tried to improve his ability to get to the rim. In fact, he significantly increased his points in the paint last year.
Shooting for Golden State.
And for Curry improving his driving ability. He already had the handles, but he tried to work on his strength to ward off contact.
And Kevin, you know, film study is also playing a role in that progression and development. And he not only improved his finishing ability inside, he also got to the line more often, a result of being more confident in his strength.
Barnes, he's checked in for Golden State. And then for Oklahoma City, Adams comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Lamb in there for Jackson.
You look at the Thunder, they're really the epitome of patience that build through the draft model, constructing a contender with consistency and just a solid approach every day. That's why they are year in and year out so tough to handle.
Shot clock at 5. That one's good.
Russell Westbrook.
And that's now 18 points for Russell Westbrook.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
Curry kicks to Lee. And it's Durant with the rebound. And for the Thunder and their success, of course, not just predicated on top picks, but Clark, you've always talked about this, the right kind of top picks.
The fit is so important. They've had great success with their picks. There's no denying that, and it's not easy to make that happen. But they've got a tremendous front office that does their homework, knows what they want in terms of talent and character and fit. And you've got to give a little nod to luck and fortune here. I mean, not all of it. I mean, some of it, you know, it's not always all science. There's a little art involved in this thing too, but they've got quality people making good decisions, and it's paying off on the court.
Here's Curry with the 3, and the rebound goes to the Thunder. Collison's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. In the corner, it's Westbrook. All sorts of time. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will come the other way.
But his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is.
Curry, wide open. Misses off the left iron.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
Timeout called the Warriors.
Well, you got to put a body on your man when the shot goes up. That's just fundamental basketball. They're giving up way too many offensive rebounds.
Sun changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Lee. Rush comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Perry Jones, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Morrow comes in for Russell Westbrook. Warriors trail by 11. Here is Livingston. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Can they get it? Here's Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
The Thunder leading by 9. Morrow dishes to Adams. Inside. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Perry Jones, back in Baylor, once considered a top prospect, 6'11", rangy athlete with some guard skills. I think his stock has maybe fallen a little bit, but the Thunder took a flyer on him late in the first round back in 2012. Still a work in progress, but plenty of potential.
Taking 2 shots.
And Perry Jones, Clark, has the makings of a dangerous face-up 4.
Yeah, he sure does, Kevin. I mean, his shooting is much improved in year 2 in the league. His rebound rate has left a bit to be desired at this point, but I think he's going to have to up the rebounding total to get more consistent minutes.
And so Jones nails both of them.
Look at the free throw percentage, unblemished since halftime, Clark. That's pretty nice.
I'd go farther than that, Steve. How about perfect?
Here is Livingston. Dishes it to Barnes. He kicks it to Spates. There's the feed to Barnes. And Jones pulls it down.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-overs. You got to finish the job.
And he makes good on his first shot of the game. And the Thunder lead by 13.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
Barnes passes to Livingston. Green, the screen. Livingston kicks to Barnes. He dishes it to Livingston. Just 5 on the clock. From deep, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Thunder ball.
And here are the Thunder now. They're on an 18-7 run. Jones sets the pick for Lamb. Pass to Morrow. He feeds it to Collison. From the baseline. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
That kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Warriors trail by 15. Here is Livingston. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Rush outside. Kept alive.
Spates.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Personal foul.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup. Maurice Spates, a big man with a nice shooting touch. Last season, an uptick in three-point attempts for him, and that might be a good move, developing his shot outside the arc. The three and the way the game is played now is much more valuable than the long two-point shot.
And that one falls for Spates. And Mo Spates, a backup big for Florida during their second NCAA title in 07.
And he declared for the draft in 2008. He was taken 16th overall. He's been a solid rotation player throughout his career. He could probably improve a little bit defensively, but offensively, he's got the ability to score out there, both inside and out.
And he makes the first but misses the second.
Well, it's been 4 years now since the new ownership group took over in Golden State, and I think they've got to be proud of how they've turned this organization around in a short time. 2 straight trips to the playoffs. That actually equaled their total over the previous 20 seasons.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Maurice Spates. Here is Livingston. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Barnes screen on Collison. Green with the ball. Jones covering. It's Rush outside. And the shot is good.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Adams dishes to Jones. Here's Morrow, guarded by Green. Morrow, the pass to Collison. Shot clock at 6. Takes it from 10. It's hauled in by Bogut. Bogut's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Livingston. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Thunder lead by 11. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Warriors trail by 11. Iguodala and Barnes slotted in at the forwards. Livingston is out there with Rush, and it's Bogut in at the 5 down low. That's the Warriors' 5. Here is Livingston, stolen by Jackson. And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break. Ibaka right side. Iguodala with the steal. Here is Livingston. Passes it to Rush. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Iguodala. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
Good.
Reggie Jackson.
Jackson's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Thunder.
Well, you hate to see a guy suffer through a game like this, but his team is winning.
Barnes sets a screen for Iguodala. Down low. And the dunk by Barnes.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
Well, we've seen these kind of plays get them going in the past, that's for sure.
Here's Morrow, covered by Barnes. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his second
Steven
personal
Adams
foul.
from New Zealand, the first Kiwi, Clark, ever drafted in the first round.
And Kevin, he played rugby growing up. He says that it helped him prepare for the physicality of playing inside.
And one thing I like about Adams, and maybe it's the rugby background, he plays with so much aggression, but always keeps an even keel. He's the one who sort of initiates contact and he becomes an irritant with his opponent, but he never retaliates, and that's real toughness.
Boy, you look at Steven Adams, he's got an impressive frame. You forget that he's only 21 years old. So he's got room to grow and to get stronger, both when you consider skill development and his physicality. He could really be one of the most imposing big men in the league for a long time going forward.
Steven Adams, he was taken 12th overall by the Thunder in the 2013 draft. You know, viewed as more of a project, but what an impressive start in his rookie season. I think he's the future in terms of the center position for Oklahoma City.
Thompson for 3. The Thunder pull it in.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Well, for a guy that shoots like he does, I'd say that is an easy look. Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws. And the pick that the Thunder used to select Adams, acquired in the James Harden trade. They hated to see Harden go, but it seems they got a quality player in Adams, that's for sure. This kid has tremendous potential. They did well to find a talented 7-footer late in the lottery, especially considering how weak the draft was.
The free throw drops for Jackson. And for Steven Adams, just 1 year at the University of Pittsburgh, he got better and better, Steve, as the year wore on.
Yeah, I'll say he's a guy who understands his strengths. He's huge. He's relentless on the offensive glass, pretty good hands, and can finish at the rim. I think he still has a lot of room to grow.
Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Steven Adams.
Well, the Thunder with an athletic guard rotation between Russell Westbrook and Reggie Jackson. Jackson, of course, not the level of Westbrook, but he brings some similar things to the table as far as size, athleticism, scoring, and rebounding. Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
Outside Curry, pass to Lee. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Stolen by Durant. And the pass to Westbrook. Perkins kicks to Durant. Perkins with a screen on Iguodala. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1. And Jackson, the former 24th pick overall, Clark back in 2011 out of BC, rounding into a quality NBA player and score 1 more for the Thunder's front office.
Well, Oklahoma City seems to like that athletic player with size, toughness, and athleticism, and you know what? Jackson fits that mold.
The Thunder, and especially Kevin Durant, seem to be on the clock for when are they going to win a title, but they still haven't closed the deal yet.
And Kevin, there's no guarantee that you'll win a title. Even if you are a really good team with star players, it just doesn't always automatically happen. I mean, That's not a given, even though they're chipping away at it and they've made some great progress over the last 4 or 5 years.
Thompson.
Those things are hard to get.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Westbrook kicks to Durant. Durant drawing the double team. It's Westbrook with the drive. It's rebounded by Golden State. Lee's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And to your point about the Thunder, I'm not sure if they're missing anything roster-wise. Up and down, there are very few holes for this team.
And Durant with the block. Left side, Westbrook. Perkins dishes to Jackson. Feeds it to Durant. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And, you know, going back to what you said about the Thunder, they have the stars and the depth, but maybe adding a few more veterans here and there could help them stay tougher in close games. I think that's the one area they're looking to improve in, more veteran leadership and toughness.
That's what has to happen if they're going to turn this thing around. He's got to take charge. He's got to be aggressive and really look to push here offensively.
Perkins with the screen for Westbrook. Takes a 3, and the Thunder another 3.
I like the way that he has really stayed aggressive from that three-point line after not making a single one before the halftime.
Outside Curry.
And guys, the league has taken some steps to pick up the pace of the game. Over the last decade, we've seen a lot of rule changes with hand checks, and zone defenses, and tightening up flagrant foul rules and physical play in general.
The Thunder leading by 18. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Steph Curry known for his great shooting, and rightly so, but a well-rounded player. In fact, he tied for 2nd in the NBA last season with 3 triple-doubles.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed his team. He told his guys to make sure they keep the pace fast, to get out and run each and every chance they get. He also went on to say that he wants to see good movement on the perimeter and plays being run to get their outside shooters open. With the minutes ticking down and the deficit still a big one, those adjustments have to be a chance worth taking, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Here's Westbrook. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Westbrook's got 20.
And Steph Curry's first triple-double, how about this? It happened early last season, and it only took him 3 quarters of play. In what was an early statement game for the Warriors against the hapless Sixers, Steph showed them who was in charge that time.
They grabbed their own miss. Perkins, the pass to Ibaka. The dish to Durant. Kicks it to Westbrook. Now the feed to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target with his 3. And Steph Curry, Steve, one of the best rebounding point guards in the NBA throughout his young career.
Yeah, not the strongest or the most explosive athlete, but incredible coordination and anticipation. And so his feel for the game allows him to figure out where to be before everybody else on the floor.
And Thompson kicks to Lee. Dishes to Iguodala. Pass to Curry. There's the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. 17 points for Steph Curry. Oklahoma City leading by 19 points. Westbrook with a screen for Jackson. Westbrook against Curry. Pass to Ibaka. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, going back a few seasons, the Thunder with a great young foundation, but they were faced with some tough financial decisions. In the end, Serge Ibaka was extended. James Harden was traded. Now most would argue that Harden is the better player. But, of course, as far as fit is concerned, Ibaka, I think, was the right choice because of his defensive prowess.
And he makes the first. And Serge Ibaka, Clark, a player that every team in the NBA covets, stretch 4 with three-point range, who also blocks shots, and he can play some center too.
Kevin, that's a very unique skill set he has. I mean, actually, he might be the only player in the league who truly fits that description you just laid out.
And both free throws good for Serge Ibaka.
Boy, you look at how Ibaka has gone from role player to key player since his time in the league, and he's done it by increasing his range and efficiency from outside, and he's done it every season. You really have to admire his work ethic. Everybody raves about the character of this young man.
Here's Lee, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul.
Ibaka definitely knows how to improve his game, and if you look at his shot charts year by year, there are distinct changes in where he's getting his shots from. Who knows what kind of range he'll have in 2 years.
And that one falls for David Lee. And a final word on Ibaka. It comes in clumps to him, it seems. 1 year, he started to make more baseline shots, Clark. Next year, he started at the top of the key more. He's also looking at the three-point shot more often.
Well, that's exactly how you go about expanding your range if you're a player like Ibaka, Kevin. I mean, get really good at one shot and then progressively extend your range and move around on the court.
Westbrook kicks to Perkins. Perkins with a screen on Thompson. Westbrook with it, and Curry picks him up defensively, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot, he'll go to the free throw line. It's going to send Kendrick Perkins to the line. It's on David Lee.
Some outstanding numbers in this one for Kendrick Perkins. He's got 10 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
Yeah, Clark, he's had a great presence defensively. He's thrown off their rhythm on several occasions.
Early on last year, the Warriors showed that they were going to be a team to make the postseason in the West. Couldn't get the home court advantage, though, and that kind of hurt them.
Yeah, it did. And as dangerous as their team is in the playoffs with the shooting ability they have, they're much better if they could have gotten that extra game at Oracle Arena.
The Thunder leading by 19. Now here's Jackson. Left side, Westbrook. Outside for Jackson. Westbrook drives in. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Warriors ball.
That extra game would matter in the end. Last postseason, the Warriors lost to the Clippers in a back-and-forth Game 7.
The Warriors have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Outside Curry. Back to Lee. Thompson outside. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Turnovers have been a major problem for them here.
Well, you know, they've given up 6 points off their miscues, and they wish they could get those points back. They've got to change things up if they're going to cut into this lead. Well, the Warriors expected and hoped to go farther than the first round of the playoffs, but you have to give them a lot of credit for playing the Clippers as tough as they did, considering they were down multiple centers during that series.
Thompson left side, and that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game.
You know, over the years, we've seen injuries bother the same people over the course of their careers, while other players seem to stay healthy. And it may be just genetic makeup. It could be off-season training, but it does seem that staying healthy can almost be considered a skill rather than just luck of the draw.
Iguodala kicks to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Ibaka's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. It's Westbrook with the drive. Again, Oklahoma City. Injury management, such a big part, Clark, of the game today. So many factors going to staying healthy in the NBA and all sports for that matter. How a player is built, how they train, how they play. And then there's that X factor, luck.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. I mean, we used to talk about the durability of what Russell Westbrook, a player who really hadn't missed a game since his high school days, and then all of a sudden a player crashes into his knee and he's out and has multiple repercussions from that. So as a player, and even as a broadcaster, I like to say you've got to control what you can control.
He kicks to Perkins. Perkins with the screen for Jackson. Banked in off the glass. Jackson's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Curry wide open. Again, Golden State.
How about Bogut doing a good job setting that screen?
1:53 left in the game. Westbrook kicks to Perkins. Jackson up top. He's covered by Thompson. Jackson dishes to Westbrook. Back to Jackson. Perkins with a screen on Thompson. Jackson gets the bucket.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Curry passes to Thompson. On the wing, it's Iguodala. Back to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Curry with the 3. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
A lot of things get talked about with the NBA and the playoff structure. And, there's been some mention about opening things up in the near future. One thought is to have more teams make it in and have a play-in round between the bottom teams.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Adams, he's checked in for Perkins. Jones comes in for Serge Ibaka. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Kevin Durant. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Russell Westbrook. There's Green with the 3. Another shot. And Spates gets it to go. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Well, Clark, addressing playoff restructuring, we know now that 8 come in from the East and 8 teams, the top teams in the West. Another change being thrown around is just taking the top 16 teams from both conferences combined and seeding them.
Don't like it. We tend to overreact when we have an aberration. The Suns don't get in the playoffs with 48 wins, and 2 or 3 Eastern Conference teams get in at sub 500, and now you want to shake it all up. I'm not for that. The top 8 in the West and the top 8 in the East make a lot of sense to me, because it would be a scheduling nightmare otherwise if you try to
keep it as is.
And in terms of trying to have a balanced schedule,
yes,
when you go to just the top 16 teams, it wouldn't work. Geographically, I just don't think it makes sense. We've got to stay where we are there.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by, player of the game. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Well, much will be made of the scoring that you had here, certainly, but can you describe or put a value on the contributions of your teammates?
Well, it's a team game. Everybody has to come to play. Everybody play hard in the second half. We stuck together, so we just got to continue to do that.
A solid all-around effort. Thank you so much. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan Player of the Game.